Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. This is our very first podcast, and you are a part of it. My name is Mona Barker. I'm your dream realtor for your dream home. Just a little bit about me. I'm an experienced and enthusiastic realtor with a proven track record of success in the real estate industry. I have properties for sale and lease, and I've worked in Waxahachie, Crowley, Fort Worth, and Dallas. And as a native of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I have intimate knowledge of the area and a strong desire to make my home your home. So just real quick, today I'm going to discuss the most common real estate questions that home sellers have asked. Yes, that's going to be a discussion on the most common real estate questions that home sellers have asked. And then we'll follow up with, do a little bit follow up to this first podcast a little later to kind of talk about some of those questions that I've been asked from buyers. But we're going to start, like I said, for talking about home sellers and some of the questions that I've been asked. One of the top questions that I've been asked is, how should I prepare my house before selling it? And I think that's a really good question. So if you know, first impressions are, it's everything. So when you drive up to a business, you drive up to that business that you've never been to before, and that first impression when you interact going in through those doors, either by the person that greet you, or if you're going to a restaurant, by the hostess, that first impression is everything. It matters. So the same thing with your home. The first impression of what your home look like, it matters to buyers. So anyone walking through a house or touring it virtually will be looking for ways to pass or negotiate down on the price when it's, you're preparing to sell your home. So make sure that your HVAC, which means your heating, your air conditioner system, your plumbing, your electrical system, all of that, make sure all of that work properly. Each room should look clean and decluttered with no damage in sight. So you want to make sure that first impression is wonderful. That's so when I say that, you also need to be careful when you have a realtor that try to coerce you to go ahead, put your home on the market and your home is not ready. Oh, because we're going to beat this. We're going to beat that. We need to beat this. We need to beat that. If your home is not ready, don't put it on the market. Don't set it up to say, oh, I'm going to have, I've seen this happen before too. Let's just do a pre-open house before we're ready for the open house, or just put it to say that we're coming on the market, homecoming soon, but your grass has not been cut. Don't do it. So remember, the first impression matters. The second question that I've been asked is, should I order a home inspection? Well, again, that's a good one. So getting a pre-sale home inspection is never a bad idea, especially to get the best price for your home. Some home buyers, however, will feel uncomfortable purchasing a home without seeing a home inspection, but many will often hire their own inspector. So I say this to say, if you're going to get a home or a pre-home inspection prior to putting your home on the market, also keep it in consideration that you have to disclose information that you may not have known about your home prior to. And let me elaborate on that. So let's just say you get a pre-home inspection and there was some work on the home that you needed to disclose, but you failed to disclose that through your seller's disclosure. That can be a problem. So it can work in both ways. If you want to make sure that everything is to par, then I say, hey, go for it. But then also on the flip side of that, just remember that even with you getting your home inspection done, that buyer is typically going to want their own inspection as well. One of the other questions that was posed or was asked to me is, how long will it take to sell my home? I've received that question quite a bit, but we're in a different market right now. A couple of months ago, maybe 6 months ago in the summertime, springtime, if you would have asked me that question, I would have told you, oh, we can put it on the market and it could sell and have several bids in a couple of hours, but not so much today. So just some things I want you to consider. Once the house is on the market, it may take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, or what we've been seeing is sometimes 180 days. However, if the market is fairly hot, a seller could see their house off the market within a week. On the flip side, if there is, let's say, a void or the market, it's issues that's arising, such as negotiation, lack of exposure, or back to that first question that was asked how should I prepare my house before selling it? If you have some things that need to be repaired, or if a buyer goes in and sees some decluttered, some rooms that are not decluttered, or they were to pull up and they see the lawn is not manicured, then that can cause your home to sit on the market for a little bit longer. So unfortunately, I can't tell you that your home will sell in a week. I can't even tell you that your home will sell in a couple of months. I can just tell you this. You need to make sure you prepare your home before selling. The last question that I'm going to address today is, what is the selling price of my home? What should I sell my home for? Well, I want to tell you that I couldn't or wouldn't be able to give you that answer without coming out and taking a full or doing a full CMA on your home. But just some things I want you to understand or to know. The selling price of a house fluctuates depending on multiple factors. The most common ones are the neighborhood and what similar sized houses are currently selling for. Also, you want to look at the age and condition. You want to make sure, going back to that first question, you want to make sure you do major repairs that need to be done. If so, that might lower the property if you don't do them. And again, the market matters. Like everything else, home prices vary depending on supply and demand. My job as a realtor is to be the best or have the best informed clients, or to inform my clients to the best of my ability. So I'll make sure, if you choose me, to make sure to be your dream realtor, to make sure we go over these things together, to make sure we get the best price for you, as well as we get your house sold as quick as possible. You're free to reach out to me. My email is monabarker@judgefight.com. You can also reach out to me by phone. My telephone number is 214-325-7435. Be blessed.